Work journal number 4. This is about creating a system where we can email this program and it will send a text out to the client. So here we have the client. This is a normal texting interface that we built to be able to send a text message directly to the client. So if you type something in here, it will instantly send the text to the client, and if they respond, it'll respond there. So what we want to do is be able to send a text message to this system, or sorry, an email to the system, and then it will extract the right information and text this client with whatever it's supposed to text. So let's look at an example email here. So each email has to have a certain format, and this is the format it has to have. You have to have an API key. Basically, that's just a key on their account to protect from another person trying to text your client. So basically, it has to match up with that. And then the user phone, basically the user that is going to be sending the text, and then the client first name, client last name, client phone start. So an example here, you're just putting in a phone number. And it doesn't matter how many spaces you have in here, or if it's on the next line, it'll still work fine. And you're just replacing this. So for example, this text message was sent from an email. Okay. And then you can actually even add an image URL if you want to send an image to the person to text them. And then this client email, basically the way that we have set it up, is for a specific client, and they want to also be tracking their emails, but it's not actually necessary to text them. So I've already built this email filled in, so let's just send it here. I'll send it first. I'll switch over to the other screen. So let's send, see what happens. So I just click send, so it's out there, and it should show up here in a moment on the messages. And maybe while it's waiting, I'll tell you. So here it came through. So email sent to the system, and then it turns into a text, and then it responds. And then whenever the client gets that text, they can then respond to that. So send a response from that. And then this is still holding the whole conversation in the same place. So the reason for building this email to texting system is so that it can integrate into other programs, so that if you have another program that can send an email, which in this case a client does have, then they can send an email at certain points in their sales process or follow-up process, and then they can follow up with this text. And so, and the reason that they're doing it here instead of in another program is because they can actually respond to these texts and continue on the conversation, whereas in the other programs, program that they're using, they can't respond. They can send them out, but then they can't respond. And then there's another feature we're building on top of this, which makes it a bit more powerful as well, which they want. So that is pretty much it. The next thing is going to be to build a similar system, but to send a notification to the user. So this is a client. Users are the people in their company, and if they need to send a notification to them, they want to be able to do it through email as well. So that will be what is focused on for the next work journal. I'm just looking at my notes here, see if there's anything else that was done. That is pretty much it. So I'll update you on the next work journal when that one's done.